Hey, what is going on, you tax evading tadbulb? Today I'm showing off my first take on Archaludon in the perfect order format. Before we jump into it though, and I break it all down, show y'all, let y'all know where I'm at with Archaludon. Gotta give a huge shout out to Dragon Shield, of course, for sponsoring the channel. They got playmats, they got deck boxes, but of course, we all know them and love them for their sleeves. And if you're not familiar with them, they got a bunch of different styles over there. They got the mats, the dual mats, the non-glares, the classics. I'm personally pretty fond of their matte style of sleeves, and they got so many different colors to choose from. They have something for everyone. So check them out over at dragonshield.com. A link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So Archaludon, pretty powerful Pokemon. It's been around for a while. It's never really had like it's never been like a tier 1 deck. But I do think it is still pretty good. And I don't know if this metagame is the right metagame for it, or if we maybe need to wait a little while for things to shake up. But it doesn't feel bad right now. I was very pleasantly surprised with how the deck felt when I tried it out the other day. We got a 4/4 Archaludon in here. I'm playing one of the baby Archaludon for the coded attack here. 3 Metal Energy, 120. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. So this is specifically very good against these slot boxes. And my main reason for including it, because going up against slot box is honestly already like a favorable matchup. We do 220 with the Metal Defender, like KO's Clefairies, Teal Mask Ogrepons, Fezandipiti, Latias. We don't KO Kangaskhan. If they go into the Kangaskhan and get a couple heads, things can get a little weird, and that's where this could bail us out, or specifically up against Raging Bolt. This is the main reason I included this card, was for the Raging Bolt matchup, because we definitely are unfavored against Raging Bolt. We don't want to KO Raging Bolt. They want to KO us. That can make things a little bit tricky. So we got this in here for the Raging Bolt matchup more so than anything. For the supporting cast, 2 Meowth and the Fezandipiti. Kind of a lot on the Meowth for how few basic Pokemon we play. Our chance that we open Meowth is actually pretty high, so that's kind of unfortunate. But it feels so important to play this card to play the game, and finding our important supporters on the turns we need them is also really important. Like when we need boss, we need boss. When we need Black Belt training, we need Black Belt training, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. And then we have the Mega Mawile EX for its ability to close out games with the Gobble Down. If we draw 4 prize cards, Gobble Down is doing 320 damage. That one hit KO's Dragapult. That one hit KO's Kangaskhan. Cleans up most Pokemon that are currently meta relevant. So that's our closer. Big Bite in the early game, if we open this, also isn't terrible. Don't be afraid to Big Bite early on. And then finally we have the Relicanth in here. Now this is like mostly for the Dragapult matchup, and that's because if a Dragapult attacks into an Archaludon doing 200 damage, and we have Relicanth in play, the Raging Hammer that we can get access to with our Archaludon through the Relicanth would be doing 280 damage, and you combine that with a Black Belt's training, and we're doing 320 damage, which means we knock out effectively one-hit KO a Dragapult EX. That's not bad. So that's why we have 2 Black Belt training. Dragapult's by far the most popular deck in the format. Yeah, it's pretty good. For the rest of the supporter lineup, we got Carmines, of course. Getting energy into the discard pile. Discarding cards is kind of at like a premium right now. Like there's Ultra Ball, and that's it. Don't have Vessel anymore or anything like that. So, or Research. We have Carmines though, which is, you know, like Research Light, not as good. Drawing 7 is better than drawing 5, but it's okay. So we got 4 Carmine in here. 4 Pokégear to help us find all of our supporters throughout the game. 4 Lillie's Determination, of course. And I am playing a pretty heavy energy count because of that, because not only finding our energy for our energy attachment for turn is so important, but drawing into energy that can then be discarded with Carmine or Ultra Ball is also a really big deal to get to a turn 2 Metal Defender. For the other supporters I have in here, I have 1 Morty. Just need a little bit more, I felt like, in the mid game and late game for draw supporters. So I got 1 Morty's Conviction in here. I'm not sure if this will stick around. Explorer's Guidance would also be something worth exploring. I have the 2 Black Belt training, like I mentioned, mostly for the Dragapult matchup, but it can allow us to hit for 260 damage, which KO stuff like Raging Bolt. Definitely doesn't make that matchup favor. That's why I still really like the baby Archaludon, but can be utilized there as well. And then finally, Acerola's Mischief. Now we don't have Turo anymore, which we would play in here if we had it. I just kind of wanted like another power supporter for that mid-late game, or I guess mostly late game. So I've ended up on a couple Acerola's Mischief. I'm not sold on these yet, but I like the idea of them. If our opponent knocks out like 2 Archaludons, then we can send up an Archaludon, protect it with Acerola's Mischief. And as long as we don't have a Meowth or Fezandipiti in play, which might be a little bit of a tall ask, I'm not going to lie. At that point, we're just kind of hoping our opponent whiffs boss. Or if our opponent can only KO our Meowth or Fezandipiti, but can't KO the Archaludon, then we can actually use Acerola's Mischief to protect the Meowth or Fezandipiti on our bench. We don't have to use it on our active Pokemon. And then that's how we could win the game as well. And with that, I do play the Scoop Up Cyclone. Archaludon, it's a pretty beefy Pokemon, hard for a lot of decks to get through it in one hit. So being able to reset it after it takes a hit with the Scoop Up Cyclone is pretty powerful. Also, has good synergy with Acerola's Mischief and just getting liabilities that we put in play ahead of time out of play. So I've been liking the Scoop Up Cyclone in here as the ace spec. You could go with the more traditional, at this point, more traditional Hero's Cape as well. That wouldn't be terrible. I think the most successful build at the Prague Regional Championships played Monkey Dories and Hero's Cape, which was like the go-to way to play Archaludon prior to rotation. But that seems like just kind of a lot to put in the deck right now. Of course, we're going to be getting a big buff for Archaludon in the next set. The Prism Tower Stadium card is definitely an auto inclusion into the deck for sure. But with that said, let's jump into some action with Archaludon. I'll have more gameplay up on the secondary YouTube channel, AzulGG2. Link in the description for that. If you want to see me play more games with Archaludon, let's go ahead. Let's jump into the action. Because this ain't it. This is not it. It's bad. It's real bad. True Metal Lab forces 2 Premium Power Pro. Yeah, forcing that out of Lucario is kind of cool. Although they do play stadiums usually, so maybe we need to, like, I mean, I guess the Iron Defender would be theoretically better, but hard to slop hit us. Is this like a matchup where we would want? Would the Metal Stadium or Iron Defender work in this matchup as well? So should I play Raging Slop or Crustle for my cup on Sunday? Let's go with the Crust. Crusty with it. This guy can literally win the game by himself. Energy in the discard pile is a pretty big deal. I gotta put a cat in play, which is pretty miserable. I mean, it's not like it's unwinnable. But the cat is just not good. Have I Scoop Up Cyclone? I do. Oh my gosh. Maybe I just want to be able to retreat my active, I guess. I don't know. Being on the Team Rocket deck? Seems pretty chill. Could be very wrong, but this looks like Bolt. I don't think Slop plays the bug catching. I think some builds do play bug catching set. Not all of them though. Appreciate the 5 months there. 09. Also appreciate the Prime sub there. D6. Welcome to the right pack. If they don't swing this turn, you can maybe OKO Kang with Black Belt if we find another energy. That is true. Yeah, you're not wrong. Attach active pass and then Black Belt knockout. Hold up. They are swinging though. So now I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Not good. Yeah, the Morty could go kind of crazy here. We'll see. Oh my. All right, well, that's probably game over. Dude. Oh, come on. This is so bad. We'll see. Dripping on the Team Rocket deck? Oh, seems fine. We even have a win con now? I don't know, we'll find out. Maybe. I can Acerola, but like it doesn't really like build up to anything is the problem. I could like, if I top deck Duraludon, I could bench Duraludon, evolve to Archaludon, Acerola the Archaludon. How many energy would they need on an Ogerpon to one-hit KO at Archaludon? Can they even one-hit KO an Archaludon with this thing? I can just boss KO this thing. Oh, wait a second. I can Acerola Duraludon. I can Acerola's Mischief Duraludon, attach, evolve. And then can they deal with this thing? Hold up. Azul, can you play the Alakazam deck today? Nope. Wait a turn, right? Well, no, this thing, then I attack, and they can't be hit by basic Pokemon. I think we actually got them. That's actually insane. I don't know how they'd be able to deal with this thing. I mean, as far as I'm aware, they don't play anything that can, unless I'm like missing something. Unless I got Passimian. No, but it's all basic Pokemon. Wait, did they make these cards? Did they make the card smaller when you click on it? They did make the. Oh, they let you see more back behind it as well. I don't hate that, I guess. Shred? I don't know. Do they play Shred? I'm not aware of a Shred. Cornerstone? Cornerstone would work, yeah. Acerola only blocks EXs, yeah. Oh, they could have, I see what you're saying. They could have Passimian'd right now. That is true. They could have Passimian'd right now. But they wouldn't even KO it, right? They wouldn't even KO it. They would do... Oh, no, they would do just enough, right? Yeah. Wait, no, does Passimian count itself, or is it only your bench? Ice cream? No, there's no ice cream in here. I mean, still looking pretty good. They play. This build plays like 14 grass energy. I'm pretty sure. I think this is probably Hubbard's build, right? Dude, if I whiff an energy this turn, I'm gonna be so pissed. We're chilling. Over Terra Box of all decks got the Cornerstone? Because Cornerstone's just not very good right now. Almost every single deck has an answer to Cornerstone. It's better to win faster than try and slow the game down when your opponent can just boss around you and win the game anyways. Because if you isolate yourself to like only Cornerstone in play, you just lose. And if you go wide on the bench, using Cornerstone for turn is weaker than taking a knockout for the turn. So you may as well just play the game and take the knockout for the turn. Because when you go down to just the Cornerstone for the turn, you just lose to your opponent going boss knockout off your bench. And you can't play down to like lone Cornerstone because then you just lose to their answer to Cornerstone. Because every deck, no deck struggles against Cornerstone. Wait, can they like Meowth loop? No, they need 3 attachments, right? I'll draw enough boss eventually. Yeah, I don't think they can Meowth loop. Appreciate the 12 months there, V Saint. Also appreciate 10 months there, Pasqualosaurus. Say Cornerstone again. So this guy Cornerstone, right? Would even break this damage lock? An evolution or a Pokemon with Shred. Cornerstone would. Cornerstone would win the game for my opponent for sure. What's the line if live bugs and makes you play that Scoop Up in your hand, buddy? I don't know, Joe Poke. I guess I'm fucked. Thanks for nothing. I mean, I mean, it doesn't even loop to the deck, though, so they're still decking out first. They have 2 Lillie left, I guess. Ultra Ball it away. There's always a line. True, I can just Ultra Ball away the Scoop Up Cyclone so I can't bug on me. What if your hand slips and you can see? I guess I'm screwed then. I could forget to attack. I've actually had, I think this has happened to me on both ends, where I've been in like a lock board state. I don't remember a specific time it's happened because I always like second guess afterwards if it happened or not. But I'll be like retreat locking something, or I'll be getting retreat locked, and then me or my opponent will pass instead of attacking, and then the other person won't realize, and they'll just pass back, and then we'll just continue play, and then we just. But I like that's definitely happened to me before. I think it's happened to me on TCG Live as well, but it's happened to me IRL, where like I'll just like be retreat locking someone, then I'll actually say pass instead of the attack, and then my opponent thinks they're still retreat locked, and they pass back to me. And then I just go back into retreat locking. We act like nothing happened, and then go from there. Get caught up in the loop. It's definitely happened on live as well. Dude, how did they mess this up? This little blinky thing on the right-hand side. They forgot to mask. They forgot to like cut off the corner, so the corner's just leaking out. It's also blinking super fast. What happened here, man? What happened to this? Come on. It is also just like blinking too fast. Well, maybe if they cut the corner off, it wouldn't look as bad. I feel like it's blinking too fast though. It's like a little jarring. Do they actually think they can win this game? I am a little bit confused. They definitely never win. I'm gonna let them cook. Maybe it's like waiting for me to misplay. Monkey Dory. I don't think they play Monkey Dory, but I have enough boss where I could chase the Monkey Dory enough times where I should win, right? I have all 4 of my boss left, yeah. So even if they did play a Monkey Dory, we'd still have them. They're also going to deck out. They play maybe 1 Lillie. Well, this build plays 4 Lillie. They have 2 left. As well as a talk box, he recently built solid or has matchup concerns. The deck seems fine. Dude, how do they have 8 minutes left? Are they just slow playing me at this point? Or they actually disconnect? They're either slow playing or disconnected. Now that you said it, I didn't have 1 disconnect today. The disconnect, I didn't disconnect at all on Monday, I don't think. Like, I didn't, my opponent maybe did, though. I can't, like, it's hard to tell. Hoping you disconnect. I guess that is like, oh, that's just cringe. It's cringe. My opponent genuinely couldn't be here, so who knows? Like, they could have disconnected. I mean, we should know now, right? Oh, no, they definitely aren't here. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not here. My opponent either left the game or they disconnected. Or bugged out or something. Or they're sitting there to waste your time. Yeah, but they would have retreated if they're trying to waste my time, right? At the very least, they would have retreated. Oh, true, yeah. Didn't take an action in time. Oh, yeah, they are just disconnected. I mean, yeah, my opponent disconnected. I'm just going to give my opponent the benefit of the doubt and say they disconnected. And not that they, like, left their game open or whatever. And are just, like, letting things pass. Pocket of opponents AFK for 2 turns to auto concedes them. I think that's true in TCG Live as well. It just takes forever for it to like recognize the lack of action. Like at TCG Live, I'm pretty sure it is also 2 turns. Auto concedes. But yeah, see, there's the auto concede. But it just takes forever for the timer to for it to be like, oh, you haven't taken an action long enough. Now the timer's going. Like, I don't know. It might be a winnable game. We'll see. Gonna be tough. Gonna be tough. Can you go for some like cringe snipe angle with Mega Skarmory at the end of the game? Even nope. Maybe we should just bench Fez there, to be honest. Yeah, benching Fez, whiffing the energy attachment is really bad. I feel like there's a pretty good chance though that I get triple 300'd from Haunch just back to back turns and just get cooked. Haunch is just like that. Articuno? Dude. Nah. They definitely prized a Murkrow, right? I guess like the Metal Stadium would also matter in this matchup, right? It would make them need a little bit more damage. Would it matter? Yeah, it would matter, yeah. Wait. Yeah. I think I'm whiffing the attack here, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for a Lillie. It's fine, we just fail. Hammer in. Lost Articuno. I was thinking about it, but I'm not sure it's worth it. All right, chat. I want to see them whiff the energy here, because all I ever hear from y'all is how often y'all whiff energy with this deck. Sick, man. Sick. There we go. Another energy. Oh, always has the energy. It's crazy. It's like the deck doesn't whiff the energy. Honestly, putting the energy was probably a mistake because I have less Ultra Ball fodder now. It plays 8 energy. How are y'all whiffing? Dude, I don't think the deck whiffs. I literally play 7 energy in my build, and I don't whiff the energy. So I don't know. Dude, but that's all I hear from people is like how people are always like, man, I always whiff the energy with the Honchkrow deck. The problem with the Honchkrow deck is how often you whiff the energy. Oh no. That's not good. What? Why was that so big? Swinging. Why isn't Explorer's Guidance better than Carmine? Because building a hand just doesn't really matter with this deck that much. We don't really care about building a hand. We just care about having the right support at the right time. Going first and being able to play a Carmine off the rip is great. You know, to use all the cards in hand and then discard the hand and draw 5 new cards is good. Yeah, Carmine is just definitely better than Explorer's Guidance. I actually don't hate the idea of Explorer's Guidance in here. It might be better than the Mortys, for sure. It might be better than Morty. But yeah, it's not better than Carmine, I don't think. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? I feel like Petrol for Miracle Headset this early in the game is a good sign, right? Like, I'm not going to die here. Surely my Archaludon does not get KO'd in this situation. He's dead. Did you hear about the KT 10K Invitational? No, this is the first time hearing of a KT 10K Invitational. Boss KO Porygon? No, this thing has the energy on it. I gotta get rid of the active. Maybe I'll Boss KO Porygon next turn. Porygon is, they don't need Porygon to win this game. They just need to be able to attack a couple more times. Like pressuring the energy's got to be the better play here, especially with two ignition energy gone. We're down 2 ignitions. Okay, that's our 3rd ignition energy gone. Deceit? Oh, because they're deceiving it up. Hold on, folks. 3, 6, 9. I'm trying to think if I should chase the Porygon or just KO the Murkrow. Or can I get weird? No, I don't think I can do some kind of Skarmory cheese here. I want to like boss this and Skarmory KO something. They have 1 ignition left, so I kind of want to just pressure the Murkrows. We might do some Skarmory cheese later, but not yet. Let me do this. What they got an Ariana off that, right? So I don't think I'm gonna get this is gonna get gusted. Okay, knocking out the active is fine here, because if they only have 1 Murkrow in play, they need another one. Okay, it might be coming together here. I have 3 prize cards to draw, man. Like, what the heck? Can they get the KO, though? Can they get the KO this turn? This is big! But they need follow-up, though. They need backup. What does it say? Shuffle all in? Maybe I should have benched the Scar... No, benching Skarmory. Oh, I could have benched Skarmory because I knew they were going to Ariana this turn, right? But now I can't, like, get into Skarmory this turn. Oh, but it would cost way too much energy to get into Skarmory this turn. I feel like I still have to go Archaludon KO here. Yeah. I don't think I can get into a Skarmory ever now. Too little, too late, too late, too little. They have 1 ignition left. Okay, I can set up for a Scoop Up Cyclone play. So I can go like Night Stretcher for Duraludon. Bench. Patch. Knockout. And then next turn, we can go for a big cheese play. How many energy in here? 3? Okay. Go up to Skarmory. This turn was available? No. Yeah, but then I'd leave myself with 0 energy or 1 energy and play on Archaludon. That's not good enough. Then I just lose a turn. Or give my opponent +1 turn. More so. Giving my opponent +1 turn is really bad. Don't do it! Don't kill my Archaludon! 3, 4, 5, 9, 13, 16. Wait, they only have 4 supporters left. I don't think they can do it. I think my Archaludon is safe, right? Are we safe? All right, I mean, it's fine. This feels like... Why'd they change the sizing on it? I thought this was fine. Why'd they change this? Okay. What if I just boss KO'd this? Do I just win? They have 3. They're out of Giovanni, actually. They're out of Giovanni. 5, 9, 16. They're down Miracle Headset and all their Giovannis. They have 4 left. So yeah, if I boss this, I should just win. I'm just gonna attach here. Give me that duck. I think I said that. I think they ran out of resources. I think it worked. They went through a ton of ignitions early. And then into the lake. Oh, let's go. Oh, this matchup. Well, my hand sucks, but besides that, this matchup's probably fine. Wish my hand didn't suck though. I'd say it's probably winnable. Could be tough though. Could be tough. They do one-hit KO us, but that's kind of fine, I think. I just need to top deck something, man. You got to give me something here. I mean, a third of our deck is outs to like something to a supporter here. The fact that we didn't open with any of them is kind of criminal. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna put that out there. 4 Pokégear, 4 Lilies, 4 Carmine, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 Cat. It's a lot. It's just a lot, you know. It's a lot. Been scammed here. Full scammed, man. Full. Extra 30 damage could come back to bite me through a Spiritomb, I guess. Assume you didn't like the idea of the Zoroark engine? Yeah, not really. It just seems like unnecessary. Ooh, only 2 Roselli on the bench. Okay, okay. I can get behind that. I would like to top deck a boss here because I really want to chase their energy. I feel like chasing their energy is a really big deal. What about Dodunni? No, we don't play enough Pokemon Search to play a Dodonsaurus line, I don't think. We could play like a 2-1-1 or something like that, maybe. Or like a 1 or 1-1-1 to get the EX involved, but I don't know. Seems kind of mid.
Nah.
Lots of grass around right now. It's easy to get Zoro boss and killed. Honestly, that wasn't even like, I didn't even like put thought process into that at all. But that is like another good point. That's a good argument against playing Zoroark. It's just like one of the powers of our Archaludon definitely is making our opponent play through our Archaludon. It definitely is one of the big. That's like to force that as much as possible. That's why like Turo used to be really good in the deck, stuff like that. Oh, hitting me for 100 here is actually so annoying. Actually, no, it's not that big of a deal. They still have to like. Actually, that's actually a waste. That's actually a misplay. They should have attached to their other Gabite on the bench. Hey, why didn't they punch me? Whatever. That's a extreme waste. That's actually a huge deal that they put the energy there. It's a huge mistake. The engine could be touted with air balloons. If finding supporters turns into a problem, adding Genesect. I mean, I don't think finding supporters is a problem with this deck at all. Just opening was kind of slow. But playing the balloons would allow us to play the baby Genesect, though, yeah. Which I am a big baby Genesect fan, but in this deck, it's probably a little. This deck is so low maintenance that it's like less relevant, I feel like. Would it be cool to have Zoroark as a draw/discard energy? I don't know. Not really. Seems fine. I don't think it's that cool, though. If anything, it's cringe. This is also cringe, so. There's Relicanth in here, yeah. Dracloak engine instead. Honestly, I probably would rather play Dracloak, but none of them seem necessary. How much does that Spiritomb do to me? 280? That's a lot of damage. Sheesh. You could just retreat to another Garchomp. Actually, that would be obnoxious. They retreat to another Garchomp and then punch me with that one, and then I punch that, and then Spiritomb. Well, no, but then they've already punched me. Huh. This matchup actually is interesting. Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup. They are going with a Spiritomb punch here, but it doesn't even seem that good. It seems like fine. I don't know. Yeah, seems like super fine. Super fine. If I... Ooh, I could boss KO this and make the Relicanth useless. Or the Spiritomb useless for this turn and just get 2 prize cards and go up in the prize exchange. I'm definitely going to use a Scoop Cyclone, so I'm going to go retreat. Because I don't have to like use my Pokégear this turn. I don't mind a 1 project coming back to the active at some point anyways, because like that helps me in the prize trade. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the extra prize card here. I am gonna play this now for a Duraludon because I did prize a Duraludon. If I don't rip it off the prize cards here, I'm gonna need that extra Duraludon sooner than later. So we're gonna go like this. Is there a reason to retreat there instead of scooping to get the energy back in hand? But what happens to the energy if I don't? What happens to the energy if I retreat? Oh, Acerola could be huge in this matchup. Imagine if they whiff. Imagine if they whiff energy here. Oh, I forgot about Mega Mawile in this matchup as well. Ooh, the whiff! Pack it. You're done. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing. Like do the run around. Like the run to Spiritomb thing. Oh my.
Yes.
I gotta chase the prize cards. How many boss do I have left?
2.
I mean, at this point, I can like I don't want to bench the Fez per se, but I can like overbench stuff for sure. That's probably a mistake, but this is fine. There's a Prog stream, yeah. Prog will be streamed. The baby Arch says basic Pokemon can't hit it when it attacks. Yeah, this is a little annoying, but it's fine. It's still worth it, I think. I don't have any metals in the discard, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna be stuck here for a little while. Well. I have Meowth for boss, right? Do I just wait? Or maybe I shouldn't even play the Ultra Ball, though, right? I should just passed. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. Very good, very good. All right, all right.